Luke, thanks for joining me for our Munster GA quarantine chats. How are you getting on in, I suppose, isolation at the moment?
Yeah, not too bad. I'm kind of enjoying it, to be honest. I'd say a lot of people are fairly itching to go back to do stuff, but yeah, I'm definitely seeing the positives to it anyway, and enjoying my long days at home. So I can't complain too much right now.
Okay, so you are at home. You're not able to work at the moment.
Yes, so I'm living next door. So we have a house, and then there's an apartment next door. So I think it was actually the week before this all started, I had just moved in. So I had my own space. So the timing, like I said, the timing is I'm probably the only one to benefit from the virus right now at the moment.
And are they making you stay in that little house beside, or are you going into them?
No, we're all clear now. It's been long enough that we can start talking. So the doors are open again.
Okay.
I did have a sister who came back from England who we had to kind of lock away for a while, but she's okay now, unfortunately.
Yeah, but you're not the only sporty one in the family, as you mentioned. Megan, she's at home now.
Yeah, I suppose the two of us are benefiting from that, in that we're kind of working out together each day. So I'm kind of hoping that she passes the message on to Brighton that I can still play a bit of soccer. Who knows what will happen at the end of this? So yeah, it's a nice little trial for me.
Yeah, for anyone that doesn't know, Megan plays international football for Ireland and over in Brighton as well. So she's getting, I presume there's like some friendly sibling rivalry there about who's better.
Very friendly, yeah, very amicable.
I'd say she's a professional though, Luke.
Yeah, but I consider myself a professional as well in how I conduct myself. So it's all in the head.
She'd be delighted to hear that. So you're training with Megan. How are you finding training at home and not being part of a panel of maybe 40, 50 people?
To be honest, not too bad. I kind of always enjoyed individual training to a degree, so I'm not finding it too difficult. And with Megan being here, it's kind of nice that we can bounce different ideas off each other. We're lucky in a way that we have a kind of a back garden here where there's a bit of space. So I'd say there's a lot of people are struggling to find a good space to get some work done, or even some privacy to get some work done, which is probably the biggest thing. So we are blessed in what we have out the back. But look, at the same time, it's how many days we're in it now. It is kind of disappointing not to be out with the team at this stage, and trying to find new ways to keep yourself interested is getting difficult.
Yeah, like I presume there's only so much you can do. Like what are you trying to get into a routine every day by keeping the fitness levels at the same level they were?
Originally, yeah, like the likes of Nemo and stuff, the pitches were still kind of available, but I suppose now you kind of have to adhere to the restrictions. And I suppose I've kind of gone back into road running just to try to stay fit, but at the same time, it's not ideal for players to be running on the road, So the unfortunate side of that is that it's not kind of addictive, and when you do get into it, it's hard to stop. So I've kind of kept it up, but yeah, I suppose look, long distance and that kind of stuff is hard. Short stuff is not too bad here, like I said, with a garden. But for me, the likes of kicking and free taking is something that I'm finding difficult to keep up. There's not much room in the garden to be kicking 45s, so with the risk of losing footballs, I've had to kind of slow it down a bit.
And are the teams, maybe the club and county, doing Zooms, or what are you doing to stay part of a team? Are you keeping in touch?
Yeah, so the kind of WhatsApp with the inter-county panel is on the go every day, and we're kind of getting workouts daily. So we are kept up to date there. With the club, it's a bit different, I suppose. Fellas are kind of left to their own devices at this stage, so there's a bit of trust there. But I'd imagine, to be honest, at this stage, everyone is probably doing something because you want to get out of the house. So I don't think it's a worry about staying fit at all. It's probably a worry about staying sharp.
Yeah, I know recently we were told that, like, I suppose crowds over 5,000 wouldn't be able to gather together now, and what a summer without sport is something we don't want to see, but it could be possible at this stage.
It could. I suppose, look, even when it did start, you had to be realistic, as optimistic as you could be. The reality was that it was going to be a long time before mass gatherings. I know people have had a nice jibe at Cork football and saying that the under 5,000 won't affect us and that we can. It's normal. So yeah, a few people I know have got that into me so far. So I think my group of friends enjoyed that. But yeah, look, I suppose that realistically we have to look at the health side of things, and I suppose the greater good as opposed to ourselves. So if a summer of sport is going to happen, it's going to happen. But on the other side of it, I think when kind of stuff does start getting lifted, I think sport is going to be a massive key for people reconnecting. And I suppose for kind of lifting spirits, having something like that to cheer on is probably going to be very important.
Could you imagine yourself playing a game behind closed doors with no atmosphere at all? Maybe just hearing the manager on the sideline rolling and screaming.
No, definitely not. No, it's definitely not something I'd like to know. I suppose there is that boost from the crowd, and playing in front of the crowd is a great feeling. A versus B's behind closed doors. I've played enough of them to know that I don't want to do it on a week in, week out basis. I'd rather not hear the manager sometimes, So, so
yeah, you'd be going for goal in the last minute when they're going for points.
I'd rather he's drowned out for some of the game anyway, at least. So.
Okay, great. Well, hopefully we'll be seeing you back in the pitch quite soon. But we're going to have a bit of crack now, and we're going to give you some chance to maybe dog your few teammates in it. All right?
Excellent. Yeah.
Can anyone? We're going to talk the county. Can anyone on the team sing?
Oh, there's a few who think they can, definitely. There's a few who definitely think they can, and there's a few who won't stop. So, we have a few. So
to name one, even
names, be a tough one. Brian Hurley's a big man for singing. You might not think you're looking at him, but he is a big man for singing. Yeah, you could tell he's got a lovely voice.
Okay. Yeah. Who would be the biggest show off?
Kevin Flav is probably one who has a pretty strong Instagram profile, so it's hard to look past him. Yeah, he's got a few Photoshop pictures that are quite impressive. So
he's going to get you're plugging it even more now. He's going to get more followers now.
You're going to find there's a few names are going to keep coming up in this. He's definitely one that'll be regular.
Who would give the most cheek on the pitch, the most guff, maybe to another player? Getting those digs in.
Funny you should ask that. Flav would definitely be one. There's a few stories he's told us. No, I've never had the joy of marking Flav, so I don't know if it's true, but he does tell us stuff he says, so I can only take him at face value. So if what he says is true, then he's definitely the one I would pick out.
Who would be always late? Is there ever anyone that's always late to training or for the Buster matches? Or
Cathal O'Malley has stuck himself out this year as a new man to the panel. I don't think he's very good with time. So usually everyone is good, but he seems to be one that sticks out.
All right, okay. He might take the dig from this now that he needs more time.
Yeah.
Who is always injured?
Oh, we have a few. Nathan Walsh is probably captain of that team. I think he does injuries well. He's trained very well at injured, so I'm going to dog Nathan. I'm going to dog Nathan very well on this one. Yeah, Nathan is captain of the injured team.
Who is the biggest whinger?
I could be up there. I'm not going to lie, I could be up there. Probably Hurley again. I think Hurley. Yeah, he does leave his feelings known a lot. So he's regularly on there. Yeah.
Okay. Speaking of yourself, there, we're just trying to get to know you a bit better. Maybe 3 things that would be on your bucket list.
It's probably a fairly small bucket list. I'm not one to make many plans.
Okay.
To the dismay of my girlfriend. So bucket list. I'd love to go back to Vegas. I've been to Vegas once, and if I could go back there in a heartbeat, I would.
Yeah, I was there in my J1, and it didn't really end too well for me, so I haven't been since.
I went there during a season, so it didn't end very well for me either. I kind of sacrificed my second half of a league campaign one year, so
right. Okay.
I don't regret it. I definitely don't regret it. I'll say that much.
Okay. Your last book you read. Do you read books?
I do. I'm currently reading Paper Lion, which is about a fella who stepped in as a quarterback just to do a bit of a research. It's kind of an old book, but it's very good. So I'm currently drawing that one. So there's enough time now to be reading, so I kind of rekindled my enjoyment for it.
Yeah, any pet peeves? Anything that really annoys you?
I have a lot, but I suppose cleanliness is one. I'm quite a clean person. So it's one that my girlfriend recently moved in, so we're still working on it. It's not make or break, but we're working on it, definitely.
She's going to kill you for this now.
Yeah.
If you're having a dinner party and you 4 more places at the table, who are you inviting?
That's a tough one. I'm big into my American sports, and I've been watching the Michael Jordan documentary that came out recently, so he's probably an idol that I've always wanted to meet. I don't think he'd be a great dinner guest, but I definitely like to have him there. I suppose from a modern standpoint, then LeBron James would be a great one to have. There's kind of American sports team would be around here. So Steph Curry is probably one of my favourite players to watch. I definitely like to have him around. So these guys are all seem to be into their food as well. So they're definitely ones that I'd like to cook for them to see what they think.
Can you cook?
I can, yeah. This has definitely helped my I suppose my resume. But I'd like to think I could cook before it. But I think now I can host dinner parties at this stage. So.
Okay. How many now at the table? 2? Do you need 2 more, or do you want?
A table of 2 is probably ideal for me out at the moment.
Okay. You don't want any more than that.
No.
We had up on Munster J a couple of maybe an option for people on Instagram to ask a few questions. These are so random now. So, Joanne asks, "What's your favourite Pringles flavour?"
It was the green. Sour cream and onion, easily. Okay. That's a strange one not to start on.
These are the ones we get on Instagram now. Ray Savage got in touch. He said the compression socks. Do they work? Why do you wear them? What's the story with them?
Right. So originally I had shin splints and kind of calf problems, and I was just trying different things to alleviate that. And then I suppose at this stage it's almost a placebo effect. I feel that if I'm wearing them, I won't get injured. They're kind of like a guard almost mentally. The reality is I still get injured wearing them. But look, it's just something that I feel helps the blood flow in my calves, because I had shin splints was a big thing. And nowadays people know me as a guy who wears the shin guard, so I kind of have to keep it up. Keep it up appearances mostly. Yeah,
I know, definitely. What else have I got here now? Lucas O'Neill, he's from Nemo. He was like, when are Nemo going to win the All-Ireland?
That's a touchy subject. I think actually, you know what, this break at the moment probably suits us the best, given that we were coming back from an All-Ireland run. So it's probably nice to regenerate the batteries for us and try go again whenever we do hit club championship again. But with the current crop of players in the next 2 or 3 years, we'd hope to make that, bridge that gap, So I don't have long left in this career, so hopefully by the time I'm done playing anyway.
You're not exactly ancient now either, Luke.
No. But I don't intend on playing too long.
Okay, great. Well, we leave it there. Thank you so much for joining us.
Brilliant.
And stay keeping fit and healthy out the back with Megan. Anyway, I'm sure she's going to put you to your paces. Thanks very much.
No hassle. Thanks for having me.
Spin Southwest.